I demand a rulebook on the website. I think it's already here. Damn.
I demand a rulebook on the website!
Oh, it's broken. Okay, I'll fix that for you. Oh no, that's embarrassing. This isn't my last Christmas. Dang. Well, on the last Christmas, I will give you my heart, and I hope on the very next day you don't give it away, Zach. I'm watching you. You better not. Don't break my heart. Yeah, the rule book. Alright, I will pop that up for you. So that's just the basics of how the game works. For anyone just joining, I'm gonna pop up a new game. I actually spent a lot of time in Element Inspector to verify I wasn't wrong. Oh, sorry to gaslight you there. So, to anyone who's curious, we are under construction right now. The multiplayer's broken. I'll still be lurking. Kate says bye. Happy New Year too. Have a great Happy New Year and a merry 7th Miss. Great seeing you too. Thanks for stopping. I really appreciate it. It's fun. And Zach, get back on your stream too. I want to see you play more horror games. I was really enjoying the realities of the horrors of golf. Anyway, multiplayer is broken at this point. I was going to spend stream fixing it, but I'm kind of just... It's hard to do these two things at once. So I'm just going to show off how this game works. If you don't want to make an account, great news, you don't have to. You can just click this play offline button. Single player, you can pop in your name here if you want. And start the game. This is the last year of Carbon. It is a board game I made with 2 friends of mine in college that we kickstarted successfully during COVID, and now I've been turning it into a web app for almost 2 years at this point. I would consider myself more of a backend than a front end guy. For any people who want to complain about the UI, feel free to give me your take. Happy to hear it. But this is my board game. The last year of Carbon. You are a renewable energy company, and every month you produce energy on your factories. There is only 25 carbon bits left in the world. Each of those are also worth 1 energy. And that bowl can't dip below 0 or everybody loses. That's right. Either one person wins by being the most virtuous and donating the most energy to the world, and that all goes in here, into the world, or everybody loses. This is your player map. It has your factory row up here. You get your first 2 for free, but then they increase in cost, going to 3, 5, 7, then 9. Your batteries, the first one costs 1, all the rest cost 2. Factories produce 1 energy per month. Batteries allow you to store energy between months and seasons. PR, they use your same energy blocks for efficiency purposes, but they keep track of how popular you are. The more popular you are, the less news cards affect you, and less other players can affect you. Your carbon reserve. You have access to spend carbon on your turn, and you can use it to buy more factories and batteries, or you can use it to play cards. However, every carbon that you spend goes from your reserve into your footprint, which keeps track of how naughty you are. General rule, it's nice to have higher PR and a lower carbon footprint than the other people at the table. If you're naughty or unpopular, bad stuff can happen to you, either by the news cards or by other players. News cards, there are 3 that are flipped every season. The timeline of the game goes as follows. Goes over the period of 4 seasons. Starts in spring, goes to summer, goes to fall, goes to winter. Every season, it gets a little harder to keep the world powered. The first season, the world only needs 12 energy to stay powered. The second season, the world needs 25. The third season, the world needs 40. And the final season, the world needs 60 energy to keep chugging along. You, along with everyone else at your table, has to donate energy in order to keep the world powered to meet those numbers. If you meet the numbers, great, nothing happens. We all keep swimming along. If you don't meet those numbers, carbon from the central reservoir makes up the difference. So let's say us 3 players, we only put in like 8 energy. It's a 3-player game, so we use the smaller numbers. Whatever the difference is between how much the world needs and how much we donate, carbon makes up the difference. There's 25 carbon in the central reservoir in the beginning of the game. Let's say we together only donated 8. The number we have to hit for a 3-player game is 10. 2 carbon get lost. And if that number drops below 0, everybody loses. Whoever donates the most energy by the end of the game wins. Work together to survive, but one person gets all the credit. 4 seasons. Every season has 3 months in it. We flip a news card. Everybody refills their factories and then plays their turn. On your turn, you can do as many actions as you want. You can donate your energy to contribute to that summit tally, which is this guy right here. You can steal 1 carbon from the central reserve to spend. Naughty, naughty. You can pay your way to popularity by buying PR. You can buy factories and batteries. So you can add either additional factories here or additional batteries here. And you can store energy from your factories to your batteries. Can't move energy from your PR pile up. That's a no-no. There's a card that lets you do that, but that's gonna be later in the game. You also have cards you can play on your turn. You get 5 cards every season. You have PR, which is a half-off discount for PR. So normally I can pay 2 energy for 1 PR, but this allows me to pay 1 energy for 1 PR. I'm going to do that now. Bam! I'm now more popular than everybody else at the table. There's event cards, which cost upper right-hand corner. This one's free, as is this one here. Steal 1 energy from a neighbor. I'm going to do that now. Oh wait, I can't do that. I don't have a battery to put it on. I can't steal energy and put it on a factory. The factory makes energy, it doesn't store it. So I'm going to buy a battery. Bop, bop. Nice. And then, now that I have a free space, I can steal an energy, and let's steal it from blue. Haha! He has 1 less energy. I have 1 more. Brutal. Alright, now I'm the most popular. I have a battery with an energy on it, and my other players haven't taken their turn yet. I could also increase my hand size for the rest of the game, and I'm going to use my blue energy that I just stole to do that. This is an equipment card. Equipment are permanent buffs that hang out on the front of your board. So this one increases my hand size by 1 for the rest of the game, and I draw a card. And I just play. Bam, bam. There it is. It's just going to hang out there from now on. And I got an additional card, which is my favorite card in the game. Tinder for environmental scientists, aka carbon dating. Hilarious card. We pixelated this Erlenmeyer flask here. I don't think it's the right. Is that a If neither neighbor has a charged battery, recharge 2 charged batteries with color of your neighbors. I'm going to do that next turn. So I've done a bunch of stuff. I'm going to pass my turn. Ooh, this is good. This is very good. I got a lot of stuff here. So, players with highest PR gain 1 battery and recharge all batteries. This is why it's good to be popular. I got a bunch of free stuff. I got 2 free energy and a free battery. Sick. I'm gonna use that to buy a factory. And I'm gonna spend that newly fresh energy on that. Sick. This game's going really well for me. I'm also going to remember that Tinder for Scientists card that I just got. I'm going to hit play card, and I get 1 energy from each of my neighbors because neither of them have a charged battery. Whole point of the game, read the rules on the cards, and they'll lead you where you need to go. But it's a lot of rules, and that's why I've been coding this game, so that it takes care of all that background state analysis and, you know, gobbly-gob for you. Now I have 3 energy. That's pretty good. I don't have much else I want to do on this turn. I don't want to spend carbon, but but I can start donating some energy. Bink. I donated 1 energy. Now I've contributed 1 energy to this summit. So we're in season 1, my apologies. Our requirements, since we're in a 3-player game, is we have to hit 10 energy. 4-player game, 3-player game. We take 3 turns, and then we see if we hit that number. If we hit the number, great, we're fine. If we don't hit the number, carbon makes up the difference. Month, summit. Month, summit. Month, summit. That's my turn. I'm going to pass it again. They donated. Oil shipment thieves brought to justice in the Middle East. Players with carbon footprints 4 or greater discard their hands. If they have no hand to discard, lose a factory. Oof, ouch, that burns. It's a good thing I didn't use any carbon. I have enough energy. I'm going to buy another factory. This puts me in a great position for the rest of the game. I'm the most popular. I have no carbon footprint. And I have a ton of factories. Now we move on to the summit. I've contributed 1 energy. Not great when the requirement's 10, but I know they contributed 2. We contributed 2 and 1 because I stole an energy. He'll contribute 5. He'll contribute 6. Now, I only contributed 1, so 5 plus 6 plus 1 is 12. Our requirement was 10. We're good. We're fine. Don't gotta worry. Since I contributed the least, I'm not gonna get a summit card. So if we look down here, you have your seasonal hand, which refreshes every season. So when it goes to summer, I'm gonna get a new hand. But your summit cards are powerful buffs that either can affect your turn or the end of the game. So, +2 energy at the Winter Summit for each contract your neighbors have failed. No one's failed a contract yet, so that's not really going to be useful for me. Since they contributed the most, they're going to get an additional summit card, and I'm not. I'm going to end the turn. So, they picked their summit cards. That happened off screen. I'm going to go first again. Look at that. 2 cards. Should have an additional one. There might be a glitch in there. But, so, chosen a summon card. Player 1 should have gotten one as well. Oops. I messed up something somewhere. Game's not perfect, but it's pretty good. I get a new set of hands. Ooh, have the most carbon in my footprint. Have the most PR. Winner charges all batteries and gets battery. I'm probably going to win that because I don't think they're going to buy any PR. Draw 3 cards. It's pretty good. Have 5 PR. Cost of factories reduced by 1 this season. Now I need to have 5 PR by the end of the season, which is steep, but it does reduce the cost of my factory by 1. I could play this, get a factory for 6, and then spend hopefully 1, 2, and an additional 4 energy on PR. I don't know if this is going to work, so we're going to try it out. Action. Factories are reduced by 1. I'm going to do that. Okay, I have no energy to spend. Someone has carbon by footprint. No one has carbon by footprint, so it's just gonna fizzle. Ooh, what is this? Everyone gets a free charged battery. Nice, that's great. So I have 2 free PR cards. I'm gonna see if I can get some more by drawing some more cards. I did! Look at that. So I'm gonna buy 2. Ding ding. I'm gonna buy, and it's have 5 PR. Nice. So I'm gonna do that as well. Bink, bink, bink. And I'll store the last one, because why not? End turn. Alright. Final card of the season. Every player takes 1 carbon from the central pool and places it into their carbon reserve. The whale's last words were players must repeat them as they take the carbon. So now the carbon reservoir is only down to 22. It's not great, but they can use. I'm not going to use the PR. They can use it. I'm going to choose to donate some energy. Ding, 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 ding. That's 5. Great. They spent their turns, their last turns, buying a factory, so they're only going to donate 5 total. I think we're all going to tie, which means nobody gets a summit card. Actually, if I put in 1 more, I can. What does it say? I should be able to do this. Alright, it doesn't affect anything, but that should be good. Donate 1 more additional energy. End the turn. Players fail to donate enough energy. Look at that. That was at 22. Now it's at 20. Because we donated 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18 energy. We had to hit 20. We didn't hit the number, so. Oops. Oh. You have charge battery put on. Nice. This game's going really well for me. I mean, I'm against two kind of dumb. Footprint. Have those PR. Yes, absolutely. So this award says, oh, awards are kind of fun too. Their price increases the number of months that you've are. The further you are into the season, the more expensive they are. If you do it during the first month, since it gives people more of a chance to play for the award, it's free. The next month it costs 1, the next month it costs 2. This one says have the most PR, which I have 5, my neighbors have 0. Take the difference between your PR and yours PR and place that energy into your cup. That's great. This is broken. Let's see why, actually. So if I go to my modal container, this is the cards I'm taking modal. So this really isn't used anymore. It's an outdated hook. We're gonna go to the player state array this time and map this with the player ID. And what is this? I'm just using a different object. Players shouldn't be used anymore. Great. I hit save. Oh, I'm on the live site, of course. So if I did this, I'm not gonna be able to access this because it's stored to a different local instead of, or whatever. We'll come back to it later. This is great. I'm in a good position. There's 6 turns left. So if I buy one more factory, it'll be negligible. I'll actually lose 1 energy technically, but I might get some bucks by having most. So recharging one factory, battery for every 2 factories. Oh, that's great. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna buy an additional factory. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just to show all of how that's happened. Show my hand. Recharge 1 battery for every 2 factories. That gives me an additional +1 energy. Show hand. Recharge 2 batteries. Buy an additional card. On your turn, I can. This is actually really cool. I'm gonna give my opponent some energy because I get 2 energy out of it. Each of your neighbors recharges 1 battery with my color. I'll play self-image sacrifice to get additional equipment. So here's an interesting question. If I play a card with this, does this work? So what I just did was I took, I gave someone a carbon footprint. I always like the ethos of this game, that it kind of works like Magic the Gathering blue turns, just like cascading effects. So you have a charge battery, put all store energy in the power and charge all batteries. I'm going to donate 2 energy past the turn. Great. What does it say? Government requires energy to spray chemtrails. Each player must put 2 energy into their cup at the start of this one, which happened to me. You can see 2 energy are missing from here. Got some additional energy there. And I'm going to get some more energy. And return. Last one. There are less than 10 energy in the central pool. Everyone contribute all energy produced by factories this month. Thankfully didn't run into that issue, so I'm just going to continue donating. And return. And I donated the most, so I get plus 2 energy. So let's, I can either recharge all my batteries, which is 4 energy. I can get plus 2 energy per contract in my completed pile, which is 1, so that's plus 2 energy. I don't think I have an additional. So this gives me 4 energy, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to say I'm going to want to go first again. Each player recharges all batteries minus the amount of carbon in their footprint. That's great. They both have carbon in their footprints. I don't. I'm very much smurfing right now. But I'm going to play some awards. Have the most factories. I'm doing very well in this game. So I feel a little bad for being mean. So I'm going to take the carbon out of the footprint. And I'm just going to donate. Factory cost reduce raw players with energy. This should always important to use all your factory energy because it just fizzles up when you return. Yeah, players delivers carbon footprint. Have an energy stolen by each neighbor. That stinks. He's down 2 energy. Alright, this is the last turn of the game, so I'm going to donate all this energy. I'm going to play my card to recharge all my batteries. Donate that stuff too. End the turn. So I'm gonna, for each contract my neighbors have failed. I don't think they failed anything. So this is broken, that's fine. I got some additional energy from 1 award. Battery I have. So she gets 6. There we go. I won. Look at that. Blew the very dumb AI away. That's 1 round of my board game. And this is all running on a local. It's just JavaScript in your browser, which is super cool because you don't have to talk to a server. You don't have to sign up for anything. You could look at the source code if you wanted to decompile it. Some stuff's a little busted. That's okay. Super, super cool. We're in that home. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I will be right back. Be back. Did I? Yeah. You freeze? Okay, no. I'm still going. Alright. Something's weird with this stream. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's look at. So, my local. Get the game spun up. Oh, excuse me. I did have an idea. This player's bit. We're no longer using that. I have to turn into really sick player. This should, if I play lines or something, if I put something on down. Blue has nothing, I have something, green has nothing. Great. That's cool. Alright, so I fixed that. Now the main bit. I was chatting with ChatGPT yesterday. Goggle. The main thing I want to fix is the socket control flow. This looks like a lot to do on stream. Yikes. Oh, too much coffee. I did have an idea to still going. Cool. Looks like we're almost there. So print has 7 minutes left, so we'll be able to finish that up on stream. Super cool. The main thing I wanted to look at was stream button. This is awful. That's not right. Oh, we're good. So, welcome back to the stream. I just had to take a restroom break and feed my dog and take him out. Played through a round of last year of Carbon, which is super, super fun. Showed off how essentially the difference of having a live versus a not live game works. What I'm actually going to do is, since I edited this, key is the color. So I'm relying exclusively on the register. I'm going to just check the empty players. Cool. Cool. 10 players. I'm trying to exclude using this as much as possible. players is used in the lobby, which is fine. I sort of need to do a rewrite of the lobby and socketing system. I think I'm still wrapping my head around that. This is fine too. I can add these too. So first things first, we gotta so if I get status this, I edited the AI helper. I'm going to add that. Stop AI play if game is over. It's an edge case I haven't run into yet, but I probably will at some point. So once again, made some changes, updated the submodule, and pushed that change to GitHub, updated the main front-end repo, pushed the change to GitHub, that got picked up. GitHub Actions spawns a Linux VM, does an rsync with my website's server, updates any of the file changes. So now this change player should show up. I'm just trying to figure out how that works. Do I have my player ID set here? Player. Yeah, that's fine. Select value as the player ID. Got it. Key value. Display star. Okay. Anyway, the thing that I broke was if I go to use game state, and I go down to socket listeners. This bit right here. Socket. Socket only works when enabled is enabled. When enabled is set. Socket listener. Enable socket. Enable socket is set to false. What needs to happen is when I either enter my lobby page or enter a game, I either have to be hooked into my lobbies room or my socket, my games room. I'm really excited about this 3D print. It's gonna be cool. So this broke earlier. It's a little keyboard macro that I use to, I plug it into my computer if I want to go into Windows, and it mocks all the keyboard actions of entering my computer's BIOS, selecting the proper boot OS, and going to Windows. Otherwise, it boots straight into Linux, which is what I'm using right now. I'm on Ubuntu. I think it's 24 or 25 LTS. I've been having this weird issue of it just eating RAM if I leave it idle for too long, but it's pretty good. It's a lot better than Windows. Okay. Initial just looks weird as capital. Ugh. I'm getting to the part of the day I do need to update my glasses prescription too, but this is starting to get a little out of focusing and warbly. I had too much coffee and not enough water. So what I need to do is I need to go to my lobby.tsx. Let's just close all this out. The lobby. And this happens from app. you go to our login screen, this is how we get our auth token. Send the login params. I have a get unauth route, which is HTTPS get if I don't have an authorization token. And I get the token and I save it to my cookies. Read the rulebook. This is broken. I told Zach I'd fix it. I need to fix that too. This is how I go between some other stuff. Alright, so login. So submit. If not my token, go there. Otherwise, go to game. Import. And this is where I either show my game hub, or if I go to the lobby, I go to my lobby. Up. Right, here's where it's a little funky. This sucks right now because it just loads the page based off of the current state of the game and then holds it there. When in reality, if people join or leave, it should show them joining or leaving. And people should be able to change colors to any colors that haven't been picked yet. And you should be able to... This is what's killing me. See, it's just not going to look at HTTPS. So... let's just create a to-do, just so that we're all on the same page of what needs to happen here. 1. Create lobby ID in D. 2. Join lobby. Via socket room 3. Show changes in lobby as they occur. It's crazy that this 2 hours of video game music has a Mega Man Legends, aka Mega Man 64 song. I love Mega Man Legends. Select. Select num bots so that you can play with bots. 5. Start game. Leave lobby. Join game room. I've done a lot of work to copy what you can do with Unity or Godot very easily. But this has been a cool experiment. That's all fine. Now, do you... I think it's just myself and an idle person watching this right now. Alright. So this is already kind of done. Make the lobby ID. It sends the lobby ID back. I think it's just my brain doesn't like the idea of sockets. Print might be done actually. My print's done. Alright, I'll be right back. is the new print. It's gonna replace this guy. So I gotta get. Gotta free this cage. Two little zip ties. Go. This is what it looks like without a shell. Now I have a new shell to pop it into. Which this guy right here. I'm just gonna clean it up real quick. I am buzzing from coffee. I can feel it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just cleaning up the print now. Getting rid of the foot, which I just had a large some plastic on the computer right there. Part. Where's the side? I don't know if you get this way, but sometimes when something's in a certain state for a while, I feel like it's supposed to be that way, and it takes a lot of activation energy for me to change it. Like, I know the world is very malleable. This is something I was meditating on earlier. There's a lot of solid in the world, but it's actually, if you think about it, everything is sort of molassesy and tarry. It's the pitch drop experiment. Everything is malleable and can change its state eventually. It just feels solid because of our time context window. And so I've been like reapplying that thought process to myself so I can have permission to change things even if they've been the same way for a while. So that my brain doesn't get stuck on something being a certain way. So now, I've gotten all this plastic out of the way. All I'm doing is I'm just cleaning up the foot. Capture this angle. It would be really nice to swing this into like an overhead rig. This is the piece I'm working with now. This is the piece that broke, which held everything in place. USB. Let's slip into there. This line. This line was where the circuit board would rest, and then the switch would fit into there. More or less copied the same geometry. I have this bit here. It's got support that I gotta break out. ASMR in there. That's very good. Bunch of tube. Damn it. Ugh, that sucks. I'll print another one, but we'll see how this looks. That stinks. I think I could glue it back together. I could zip tie this. I'm just gonna zip tie it shut. I don't care. This doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be better than what I had. There we go. Alright, so support bracket coming out. This will now fit into here, so I have to rejigger how this switch is going to work. But you slip in here. Honestly, the crack looks kind of necessary now. That will slip into there. Cool. Yeah, it looks like alright, cool. That goes there, goes there. This wire comes through. Two wires here that are for a reset button and a ground button. To this little wire. And this will push down. There we go. Cool. B2. Good enough. This will... Great. That looks good. Probably even glue this into place a little bit. But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. It'll pop in on top of my PC case. Beep boops. Great. So this trash out. Garbage. Okay. Back. I think that's pretty good. As good as we're gonna get it. Cool. Alright. What I'm debating is a random timeout. Insult username with okay, so I need to go to 11 labs. just use my goggle. So I want to go to my voices. I want to delete one. I'll delete.
Oh, please!
As history tells us.
Chyby jsou důkazem, že to zkoušíš.
Keep these two for now. Get the goblin going. Kind of fun with no one being here because I actually can I'm doing, if you're curious. I'm updating Twitchenko. More to go. Place these guys. So JavaScript. Alright, so if math.random is greater than 0.5, let's speak. True. So insult list math.floor math.random times insult list.length plus space plus text.username. Alright, I want a delay. Restart cache and go.
Dual part.
Maximum amount of voices. And I got rid of Nox Dark 2.
As history tells us, it isn't necessarily those who make the most noise who are remembered. Often it is those who make the most change.
Alright. Let's try this again.
Undefined commas.
again. Refresh you.
Undefined commas. You look like you'd lose a map while holding it. Commas. I've seen smarter expressions on boots. Commas.
Someone please write a message in chat right now. Do it. We're doing something fun here. What I just did is I added an insult mind goblin to the chat. We're gonna have to fight. Because the mind goblin is mean. It's a mean mind goblin. Write literally anything in chat, please. Help us warp out. Do it, I dare you. Come on. Face the mind goblin.
You smell like borrowed confidence. Commas.
We have to fight this thing together, guys. That's really funny. I like that a lot. So what I just did is there's now a scraper whenever you type in Twitch chat, and it will insult you. The Twitch RPG begins. Chat RPG? I like that.
You've got hero face but hedge brain. Commas.
I dare one of you to write in chat. I dare you. Can you face the tyranny of the mind goblin?
You look like you'd apologize to a trap. Commas.
Oh, that's really fun. Excuse me. So on JavaScript random. So here's what we got going on. Let me show you what's going on in this bit. We have. Oh, bang. I go over to the Twitchinko. Always insults just true for right now. This is a little behind. What's actually happening is every 2 seconds, after a 2-second timeout, the mind goblin's gonna insult you. And we're gonna have to fight it eventually. We're gonna figure out how. I want I think I can just map out random times this. That should work, right?
You smell like a quest that goes nowhere. Commas.
Come on, that's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. That's all done with code. Try to give it enough space so that if you write a message, they won't like write over each other. I think I'll have to figure this out on my own because it's tough doing it on the spot. But I think we'll spawn the Mind Goblin and we'll fight it together. That's pretty fun. Alright. Solved the bug. Fixed my little guy here. It's pretty cool. It's a productive day in my book. It's so funny though. I bought a micro USB to USB adapter, and it's just a male USB-A, a male micro USB, a couple wires between them, and it's just a glob of of hot glue keeping it all together. And it was in a sheath. No more. I've unsheathed it. One unfortunate bit is there's this lip here that seems to... I think I gotta knock this out. There's a... yeah, it's tiny, but you're not gonna see it. But there's a little bit of a gluey glob there. I'm just gonna excise with my knife. Hopefully not trim any of these wires. A little glue glob. It's making the USB sit bad. I'm a little sick too, by the way. There we go. In there. Good. It's a little better. It's just, it's so much hot glue, it's not even funny. Like, I gotta shave all this out here. Not supposed to cut towards yourself. Yeah. So yeah, this is the bit. It's just... it's ugly as hell. Ugly as sin. floating wires and hot glue. I paid $8 for 2 of these. What a waste. Let's see if that fits better in this. Okay. Actually, now that I've freed it from its gluey prism, looks like it's looking a little better. Just trying not to chop the wires. Ooh. You ever get a blast of deja vu? I just had one of those. At this corner where their wires are. Something these wires from their gluey prism. I got the bottom wire free. I get the rest of the wires free. Should be good. Try not to pierce the wire either. Cross talk by having the proper talk. Ah, dang it! I knew that would happen. I broke a wire. It's fine, I can solder those back together. Hopefully this one's a little exposed. That's exactly what I didn't want. That stinks. I have another adapter up here. This would sit a lot better if I didn't have that. A little bit forcing it back up. Yeah. That stinks. Oh no. Let's see if I have another adapter. Ew. Alright. Alright, so a little tough to see, but I am. Oh, Jesus, that's embarrassing. One of my goals is lose weight this year. Oh, God, that sucked. seam along this. Well, hopefully I can free this with. I got through a pretty serious bout of depression lately. Took me a while to get there. But last year I just stopped caring for my body and it just tanked things. Tanked my health. There we go. Alright, so I got the sheath out. Looks like we're dealing with the same issue where the wires like to be at the bottom. I'll bend this forward. So I'm going to cut out like a chevron in here so I can bend it at a right angle. I'm going to steer both the wires. I'm filleting a fish here. Let's see the class action lawsuit McDonald's has. Apparently the McRib contained 0 rib meat at all. I always hated the McRib. I thought it was a disgusting sandwich. It tasted like meat glue. I'm really lucky that I live around a bunch of farms, so I can get real food, not fake beef. So I want this sitting here. I want to bend it forward like that. Great. So that snapped really easily. That's great. Hopefully I'll have a better shot with these guys. I still have the issue of the wires like to bias towards the bottom. It's a little tough to see, but that red bit in there, those are the wires I'm working on. Hopefully I can, without breaking the connection, push this wire out of the glue. And I can move the glue. And I can cut the glue out from underneath. And not snip any wires in the process. Because what I want is this to sit flush in here. Go there. You bend it at a right angle. And it's popping up. Seems like there's too much glue at the top here. This is what I get for not going bespoke. I'm not wearing my wedding ring, but I am bespoken for. I'm gonna hit this right in. So instead of messing with the wires too much, I think I can cut a little bit of plastic out of this housing. Chop away this a little bit here. I care more about the adapter being in the right spot. This is the good thing about the 3D printing stuff, is you can just strip little bits out. I do apologize if this is potato quality. So, with the old twist. Right. Broken, not broken. Pop U in here. Pop U in here. Cool. Almost cool. Alright, so I need to fully break the plastic connection because it's not lining up right. Not the plastic connection. This glue junk here. I need to potentially. I don't want to like work it back and forth too much because I don't want the metal to work harden. Snap. But I do want these two sections to be free from each other without snapping the wire. Close. Like there's just a little bit more I can chip away at. It's just this is garbage. Interior construction. It's just they just shot a ton of hot glue between these two pieces. And they called it a day. They have the audacity to charge me almost $10 for it. I'm doing off screens, I'm just breaking that connection. Which is just literally ripping out some hot glue. Okay. There. Just like an archaeologist. And my medium is not dirt, it is glue. A little chunk right here. A little chunker. Little chunky donkey. You're talking about yourself. I know there's people watching. I think you're afraid to get insulted by the mind goblin by reading a comment in Twitch chat. Okay. Alright, now they're free from the shackles. Ideally, if this is seated in here, and this is in the rail, this should line up there. I think it does. No, it's close. Still back to excavation. Yeah! I did it again! Third time's the charm. Last one. I hate whoever made these. Much about a right angle. So, once again, split along the casing. Split along the seam. About the point where I get stressed and I mess it up. Out of frustration. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, same thing. Layo fish to stay the same direction. Yeah, I wanna break it back like Bane. The nice thing about this glue is I can kind of just press into it. I want to be careful so it doesn't slip, so I don't stab myself here. I do apologize about the camera. This is just tiny. Okay, got some of the glue out. More. Chip away little by little. I do see where the issue is. A little tough to see, but the midpoint where the USB should go does not line up. There we go. Yeah, this is not in the middle of that. And that's that. That little angle's what's killing me. I know what you're thinking. How's this a software stream? He's working with hardware. Well, if you type something in chat, you might hear something that I programmed. Alright, okay. Chipping away, we're good. I said I don't want to break the wires, so I'm trying to get down to the wires. You're literally down to the wire here. I could, as a smarter guy, just hit the middle with a heat gun. Melt away all that glue. Even hold a soldering iron under it. I can't do that here. You know, it's been really cute this week. So I set up a Steam box for my TV downstairs for the living room out of an old computer I don't use anymore. And my wife has gotten back into video games and has been playing The Sims 3. She's been telling me about her exploits. She's created... She's new to the Weeb game, but she really loves Freerin. She dressed up as her actually for a Ren fair that we went to this year. So in The Sims 3, she created Fern, Freerin, and Stark. Recently, Fern and Stark had a kid. And she named them the kid after another one of the characters, and apparently Freerin is developing a relationship with an older man, which makes sense. She's the classic anime 1,000-year-old trope. Alright. Alright. Break that back. I just want to create like a pivot point, a pinch point in the center. As many of these wires as possible so that it can shift vertically. I do need to take out the little loop from the top and bottom. We'll have to fit in the center. I broke the wires again. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go back to this one. I'm gonna have to solder it. God, they just snap so... I mean, it's not meant to do this, but still, that sucks. Okay. So there's a little wire gap I have to reconnect here. That's tiny too. This is not gonna be much room to work with. That's an after after stream to do items. So I managed to mangle 2 adapters. Huzzah. Sucks. I'm just joining. I've broken 2 adapters out of 3, and the third one is 1 wire short of working. So I have to somehow solder this connection back together after getting this into place. So I think I'm gonna try to get it into place first. I'll lock it in there in the position it needs to be, and then attach the wires. It's possible. That's gonna be. There's a nubbin. There's like no wire here. I don't even know why I'm showing the code. I should have showed this the whole time. Oh, that's why. My gut. I am losing weight. I promise. I just don't look like it. I look like my grandfather right now. Alright. Okay, alright. Got a couple wires exposed. Good. This is the nubbin. And I did lose some wires in the process, but I have a few that are holding in out. Should be enough to do something this simple. So if I can solder those 2 back together, then I should be good. Cool. Alright. Sucks, but kind of a blessing in disguise. Stream. Let's stop focusing in on my gut. Wasn't right this year. Cool. Using a Fuji X-A5 that I got off of eBay. No, that's not how it works. There we go. Alright. Still waiting for someone brave enough to... Still waiting for someone brave enough to... There we go. Map that random to 0 to 9. So I gotta make the lobby. I gotta. Oh, my brain hurts. You know, my wife will be home soon. I think I'm just gonna solder this up. I'll be back again tomorrow. Probably refreshed. Properly refreshed. After I go to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the morning. I'm feeling better finally. I'm in this weird brain fog all week. I caught a sickness from me wife. Alright, I'm gonna solder this up. I just can't focus on more than anything else. I'm gonna wait 5 minutes. Actually, we'll do a proper goodbye. But I just I need to get this done. Burp. Alright. I'm gonna plug this into my computer. If it starts blinking, we're in business. Hey, we're blinking. So I wasted 2 adapters. Wasted 2 adapters, but now we are functional. You're not going to be able to see this, but there's a little solder joint now in there. It is badly done. And I just broke it again. Oh, I got 2 over. I get 2 overzealous with this stuff. No. No, Nick, no. Ah! It just came loose because it was a bad connection. Alright, so same thing. Pull out the wire. Just cut it again. I'm not good at this. I feel like I'm pulling a splinter out of my finger. Alright. There's a tiny amount of copper exposed. This sucks. This sucks so bad. I'll be right back again. Oh god, you are the worst. Hey, this is entirely my fault. I shouldn't have messed with it. Hang on! Be back again! Yeah! Play with the Twitch chat. Do it. Okay. I fixed it again. I hope I turned my soldering iron off. There's a thing in engineering called fixing it till it's broken, and I do it a lot. It is hanging on by a hair, and ironically, the thing that might help keep it together is some hot glue. Oh god, are the wires even long enough to... I think the wires are long enough to reach. Okay. Slip. Be very gentle. Crazy gentle. Okay. Alright, that's in. Drop it in. The links. So watch this. I'm gonna hold my hands up. I'm gonna go to a keyboard tester. Watch what happens. I'm gonna plug this in, and I'm not gonna touch anything. Okay, hang on. Is it the tester? I don't know if any of the wires are touching. Okay, watch this. Hands are up, not touching anything. Alright, we're working. If I hit the button again, we'll run the routine again. Allegedly. What's going on with you? Depth. You're in trouble. The tester messing up? Okay. I do wonder if it's the depth messing with it. The depth, I wonder if the contacts aren't. Yeah, that's pulling the contacts pretty hard actually. Let's get you up here a little better. It's very inexact. That's fine. I hit the reset button. Yeah, I just think something was getting depth necessary. Alright, we're working. Great, so now I have my Linux key. Well, my Windows key. And I don't want to be Linux, which is almost never. Okay, fixed. Cool.
I trust you with secrets because you'd forget them. Commas.
Alright, cool. I did something of value today. I fixed the card modal and fixed my little guy here. I do need to get some zip ties to kind of lock this down into where it should be. Those are all outside. It's raining as heck. I do have Indian food to eat tonight as leftovers, which I'm very happy about. Alright, cool. Now the lobby thing. So the main thing I want to do is I go to lobby, enter the lobby, click get, so searching, so this lobby page, but I want so my create lobby is happening here. I await post the lobby, which is fine. So when I go to here, I've created the lobby in my database. I then need to
Your armor's loud enough to warn the future. Commas.
amazing. So it's already present as a email comes in from my search column. So here is where I want to I think I want to use effect with the game ID. Let me just double check. I'm using ChatGPT right now. So it says I just heard my wife get home. I did. Alright. This is why I didn't want to do this live. It's just because I'm learning this as I'm building it, which always bodes to make me look a little silly. So what's happening right now is I'm going to show you how this works live. We go to multiplayer. I create a multiplayer ID, and I have this is pointing to my Node server. Create the server. There it is. I create game ID. Now here, I don't think I need to. I should join the lobby here. I think. We'll doodle this out, and then I'll try to work it later. Great. Hello, buddy. Hello. 1 second. Now it is. You're just getting more in frame. Say hello to Mrs. Spook. Yeah, I'm doing a doodle. Because for the socket connection, I need to enter the lobby. I get the lobby ID. And here is where my brain just gets scrambled. It's a lot to think about.
Did you try turning it off and on again?